someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Woo! What's up, everyone? Wow, they're really blocking this video. And it's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy work. Now, when we start looking at this, bro, yeah, I'm sorry. They didn't even send you a notification at all. We need to get into this and get this done. Oh, the intro already kicked in. But this had to be addressed. Drake's producer that he got on his album, even on this new album he got coming out, this has been the craziest thing I've heard today. Shalom back to you, brother. Yes. This has been some crazy news. Straight up crazy work. My mind was blown by looking at it. I couldn't believe it that Drake, who's been out here advocating as if, he's the guy, like he's a man of morals and principle. And he was standing up for women that have been abused, and he was coming after the K-Dot. Now he's got a new album coming out called White Man, and I guess this album he got coming out is going to really tell people what's what. So the White Man album is almost complete. Freeze the world, freeze the world. White man, please don't get me. Freeze the world, freeze the world. So White Man album, is getting ready to come out. And in typical form of, champagne sloppy, he goes and gets a British rapper on his album, Some Sexy Songs for Me. Right? This guy named Octavian. That's him. He even drinking the damn pink drink that Drake drink on. Drake done made him the pink drink. Now the white Canadian rapper Drake decides that this would be in his best interest to go ahead and team up with this guy, Octavian. Now, Octavian seems to have a real problem keeping his hands to himself. This dude album was about to drop, y'all, before he came with the uckery, right? And I'm going to show y'all what really went down, how it really went off the rails. Yeah, because it went way beyond what it should ever go beyond. Mr. I'm trying to protect women. You're trying to protect women, and your producer is out here putting the ones and twos on his girl? That's not protecting women, Sloppy. Champagne Sloppy, but thinks that's protecting women. You seem to be protecting the man that was putting the ones and twos down. That's what seems to be happening here, Sloppy.
This is the story of how a cancelled rapper from the UK named Octavian revived his career without anybody knowing. So if you remember back in the day from like 2018, 2019, 2020, Octavian was absolutely smashing the music game. This guy had the cosigns from Drake. He had songs with Gunna, St. John. He was brought out by Travis Scott. He was literally going to be the guy to bridge the gap between the UK and the US. Now, he had an album called Alpha coming out with the likes of 21 Savage and Heady One on the same track, bro. You can even go and listen to this track. It ended up leaking. But long story short, Octavian had a girlfriend and they were in a bit of a toxic relationship. Now, things weren't going too well in their relationship, and Octavian's girlfriend started an Instagram account on private where she would only allow women to follow it. And I was shown this Instagram account from another lady. And she showed me this Instagram account and there was alleged abuse from Octavian. And I thought, whoa, this is crazy. Nobody knows about this. Now, fast forward to when Octavian's album is about to drop. His girlfriend absolutely destroys his career by putting up a video of him allegedly beating her up. Now, in this video, you can hear her saying, Octavian, get off, get off. It doesn't sound good, but from my opinion, you can't see much. But long story short, Octavian was fully cancelled. BBC News, the guy's cancelled. He's labelled as an abuser, labelled as a woman beater. Everyone who hated him or was a bit jealous of him was coming out the woodworks chatting about, yeah, I knew he was a weirdo. Everyone was hating on him. It was a bandwagon to hate on the guy, and his record label dropped him 24 hours before his album was about to come out. And of course, the album didn't come out. So this guy was completely finished, right? And he...
Now, this was the hottest thing out. We didn't really know too much about him, but Drake did. Co-signed him and everything. But this is where the picture gets even more darker.
He tried to put music out again under the name Octavian a few years later. It was picking up a little something, but no way near what it was, right? And people just wanted to cancel this guy. Now, fast forward to 2025. Drake and Party Next Door have dropped their album, Some Sexy Songs for You. Now, what I wanted to do is look at the credits and see who produced some of these tracks. And I was looking, and I kept seeing the name, Oh Little Angel. And I thought, every time the song's produced by this person called Oh Little Angel, sounds a bit like something Octavian would make. So I've done a bit more digging, done a bit more research, and long story short, Octavian has changed his name from Octavian, rebranded himself as Oh Little Angel, and is going as a producer. And not just a producer, because if you actually listen to some of the songs on Party Next Door and Drake's album, Octavian's on the ad-libs, bro. You can hear his voice in the background.
So when they couldn't get one guy, they went to get Octavian to go over there and probably remade all of his damn songs. So Sloppy then got sloppy and got caught. The white Canadian rapper known as Champagne Sloppy did just that and got sloppy. Accused Kendrick of being a woman beater, but running over there to work with a real woman beater. A man who was kicked off his label the day before his album drops. And this is all real. Look at it. They got a they have a breakdown of all the people in the OVO crew or the OVO camp, basically, who he works with that put hands on people. Baka Not Nice. Well, it says his name, Baka Not Nice, pled guilty to assault charges while awaiting sentencing. Drake shouted him out on the mixtape. If you're reading this, it's not too late. Octavian, who's changed his name to Old Little Angel. In 2020, this producer and rapper who has collaborated with Drake was accused of domestic abuse by his ex-girlfriend. His record deal was canceled. He's rebranding himself as Old Little Angel. He has since been credited on Drake and Party Next Door's album, Some Sexy Songs for You, or whatever. Right? R. Kelly, Drake has referenced him on his Certified Lover Boy album after his history of SA allegations and his conviction. But this man is trying to protect Whitney from Kendrick Lamar when somebody she's never came out and said she was abused, ever. But you know it's going down. And you're in court talking about you want to see evidence and proof of it, but you're sitting there working with an abuser and helping the abuser by saying, oh, we're going to work with you under a new name. And you're going to just produce the record, but you can't have your original name. We're going to hide you. Just like Champagne Sloppy would do, hide something. That's what you're doing, hiding something. So Sloppy decided to conceal it. So you knew about the abuse. You knew about everything. You didn't care. You just wanted to work with him anyway. You ain't think about that girl and what she went through, which was horrifying. You just wanted your songs. And nobody liked the records. But see, I don't listen to Octavian. So he's a UK rapper, so I really don't hear him. But that guy from the UK did, and he knew it right away. He said, hey, wait a minute. That's Octavian. The dude was canceled all throughout Europe. And you trying to bring him back, an abuser.
It's absolutely crazy. Go back and listen to Spider-Man, Superman. He is literally in the ad-libs and he's talking at the start. You can literally tell it's this guy's voice. It's an absolutely crazy story, but it's a very smart move from a cancelled rapper. Clearly, people don't want to hear him rap no more. They're not checking for his music like that. But this little low-key move has maybe revived his career, and he's on one of the biggest albums of 2025. So you've got to completely respect it. But that is the story of how Octavian revived his career without anybody knowing. And it even gets deeper, bro. Pause. He even produced that song No Face for Drake when Drake was having all this beef with Kendrick and was dropping those little tracks on his little Finsta. No Face is also produced by Octavian, bro. It's an absolutely crazy story. But yeah, make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you follow me for more stories. And that's it, bro. We out.
Now, that's crazy, bro. Now, that's crazy. What happened to 40? I don't know. 40 illness might be in the way. Who knows? But, I don't really listen to Sloppy. So I ain't really cared. Like, that's some sexy song. That crap was a one-time listen, and that was it. Hiding and concealing a known abuser. This dude The claims were so vivid. People knew the claims were so vivid. The record, ain't no record label gonna drop you the day before your album drop. No record label is going to drop you right before your album drop. Now, the day before the album drop, this woman right here, his ex, if you can see that. Let me pull it up. I don't think you can see it yet. Boom. There's his ex. Right? His ex, the day before it comes out, releases the tape. Showed the abuse, all these marks.
Fucking disrespected. Shut up. Get away. Get away. Record me and put me on the internet.
And beat the shit out of me.
Good friend you are.
And beat the shit out of me. And beat the shit out of me.
I'll beat the shit out of you because you're a fucking cunt. You won't get in my house. I'll beat the shit out of you. Because you won't fucking disrespected. Shut up.
So he proudly accepts the fact that this is what he does. So now Drake, who's talking about Kendrick and trying to say he beats his woman, you over here trying to conceal the fact you're working with a woman beater. His record label dropped him. He was banned in BBC, everything. He kept trying to drop music. The whole record label dropped his contract. Major contradiction. That's crazy. He tells on himself.
Get away. Get away.
He's a coward.
Don't. Record me and put me on the internet.
And beat the shit out of me.
Good friend you are.
And beat the shit out of me. And beat the shit out of me.
I'll beat the shit out of you because you're a fucking cunt. You won't get in my house. I'll beat the shit out of you.
Now, where are the Champagne Sloppy fans at now? Where they at? I don't see him no more. Sloppy changed the guy's name to Angel. Oh, little Angel. And he's on your album. Oh, little Angel. They can't defend this one. This is the biggest hypocrite in the game. I told you. And he's on your new album, White Man, that's coming out. So everyone gets to see exactly what it is that we're talking about when it comes to him. He can't, Sloppy can't get out of it. It's the figure four leg lock for him. Sloppy can't get out of it. He thought he could get away with it. Nobody in America was going to know. But the internet is worldwide, Sloppy. And now you thought because you changed his name from Octavian to Old Little Angel, wasn't nobody going to know? The people in London found out. They made a video. It went on TikTok. Guess what? TikTok found out. And then guess what happened after that? The world found out. You see how that works, Sloppy? Now everybody in America know. You gave him your little pink concoction. Everything. Hell, you probably stole the pink concoction from him. Probably just stole every song he made. And now look at you, Sloppy. All this for your White Man album. He is reportedly produced on your White Man album too. Just a coward. The Iceman. The Cap Man is what he is. Well, everybody tried to be nice about it. On his White Man album, we're going to see what happens. Freeze the world. Freeze the world. White man comes right for you. Freeze the world. Mm-hmm. And he knew about it. He knew about the abuse. White man knew all about it. There you go. Yeah, best friends with him. You got him. I could see if this was going on and you knew nothing about it. It was all over the UK. The dude album got canceled for it. There's a videotape. We just saw the tape. Everything. Sloppy knew and got his name changed and said, "Oh, just change your name and then no one to know it's you, because you're still dope no matter what you did. I'm quite sure you're sorry, right? Yeah, you're sorry. Well, that's just that. Sometimes women, they put you in these situations, and it's okay. You could just be my producer, and I'll take all your songs." Yeah, this whole album probably is this dude album. And he going around, he probably putting hands on another chick right now. Sloppy don't care. But he trying, I'm out to protect Whitney. You guys supposed to be protecting women and standing up. And here I am trying to stand up for Whitney. And why you ain't standing up for this lady? Huh, Sloppy? The dude right there. You working with him. But there you go, trying to hide it. Because all you care about is this white man album. Oh, we ain't gossiping. This is gossiping. We ain't Lou Gossip Jr. We telling you like it is. This was her statement she made, right? And the record label dropped his ass quicker than you can say, whoa. That was fast. I was in a relationship with Octavian Essie over the last 3 years, and I am finally speaking out about the constant physical, verbal, and psychological abuse I was subjected to during that relationship. A police report has been made, which is taking a little longer than I am, as I am in a different country for my own safety and well-being. Sloppy probably was sending threats out too. The first instance of physical abuse came shortly after I fell pregnant with his child. After pressuring me to get an abortion, he attacked me for the first time, kicking me in my stomach, bursting my lip, attacking me with a hammer, and threatening to kill me. I was shortly later asked to sign an NDA and attempt to gag me for $20,000, which I didn't sign. From the first instance of abuse to April 2020, when I finally left, the abuse became routine and often prompted by his cocaine use. I frequently kicked, punched, strangled. She was frequently kicked, punched, strangled, and dragged out of the house with her clothing and hair. He would smash furniture and threaten me with a bat or attack me with other items like a screwdriver. The reason I've decided to share my story with Octavian now before his album is I don't want anyone to look up to this man, especially not young girls, and listen to the dark music he makes to celebrate his abuse. He has an entire song about violently killing me with a machete called My Head, which is in its now since deleted interview with DJ Setemic or Semitic or whatever. Octavian admits to the song being about me and proudly laughs, calling it art. He also has a song on the album named Rock Smiles, which is about two men attacking me. And at the end of the song, he says wants to kill me for telling everyone what he has done. I felt I had to share all of this and speak my truth before these songs are out. This is just a fraction of what I've experienced, what I have to say. You could read my whole account and experience in my highlights. Where's Sloppy at? I thought he protected women. Where you at, Sloppy? Okay, there it is. Octavian is a malignant, narcissistic, and after speculation online in an attempt to control the damage, he confessed insincerely online to provoked abuse. This is a man with no remorse, accountability, and empathy for his behavior towards me. He changed his album campaign last minute to our dog's name, Alpha, that he has kept. Anyone who watched our relationship on social media would know Alpha was in my care for the majority of our relationship. And you have seen him post pictures with these dogs every single day since, just to spite me. Have you seen videos of him laughing about the situation? This is crazy. Uh-oh, did it go to the side? Yeah, okay, there it is. She says, I am burning inside for how he abused me and claiming himself the king of the UK. At the end of each caption, to get back at me for the fact artists were pulling out of his album and he was losing members of his team in light of the video evidence against him. For a long time, I could not and did not speak of anything of what has happened to me because I have been manipulated and repeatedly lied to by someone I love deeply. Every time I tried to walk away, he would plead for me back time after time, using grief, industry pressure, or his cocaine addiction as an excuse for his behavior or for a reason for me to stick by him. He would always resort back to abusing me. But the thing that disturbs me the most is he would just justify his behavior by telling me if I was a boy, I would be so much worse, or it would be deserved, as nobody can disrespect or speak back to him. The reason I have decided to share my story now, just before his album release, is because I don't want anyone to look up to this man. Okay, yeah, we went to that one. Then it came here. Never in a million years did I think I would become so tangled in this complex, misunderstood web of domestic violence. Never in a million years would I believe I would become a woman who would fall victim to physical and verbal and emotional abuse. Never in a million years did I believe that I would endure the violence of being pushed downstairs, attacked with weapons, that I would be struck in the face, thrown out on the streets, dragged out by my hair, and that I'll be gagged and silenced by someone I loved. I spent 3 long years of my life thinking that the verbal abuse, physical and emotional, was a phase, that it was normal, and that it would eventually end. I believed as the nurturer, I could change the way he spoke, thought, and behaved towards me. I was wrong. I only began to understand and appreciate my own value and worth once I had left. Octavian. To any woman who is reading this today, I know there are millions out there who are too afraid to leave, in fear of their partner, and have been gaslit to feel worthless, weak, and incapable on their own. Please believe me, nothing will change until you leave. There is a whole world waiting out there for you to live, with so many opportunities and people who will love you right and will not abuse you. You cannot help someone who doesn't want to be helped, and you cannot save a narcissist. In trying, their egos would only feed off your devotion and love to everyone, including myself. Before I suffered this, I would question victims with the stigma of why doesn't she just leave? I pray to God my story can shed light on the depth of complex manipulation, control, and the tactics these individuals use to keep you isolated and coming back to them over and over again. It's not that easy. It is psychological abuse. I also ask that any man reading this who finds any form of abuser traits familiar to take a deep, hard look at themselves. So I wish I knew the healing that would come from saying goodbye. If you are there, if you are ready to move forward, do it. No fear, no doubt, no worries. It will be okay. It does get better. And there is life after abuse. So she's done all this. She revealed all this stuff to the world. Miss Hana. So all this information is there. Drake knew all about it. Champagne Sloppy knew all about this case and didn't do a damn thing. Mm-hmm. And Drake, to show you how much he protects women, he hides the guy's identity and says, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. All you got to do is hide your name from the world and keep working on my white man out. White man, baby, can you stand by me? So, Champagne Sloppy. There it is. The white man, Aubrey Graham. Protector of abusers of women. Drake Aubrey Graham is a protector of an abuser of women. From Baca and now Octavian. Oh little angel, who he changed his name to and thought no one's gonna know. Oh, we know. We know, we know, we know. We know, we know, we know. You got a house of abusers. You house them and give them jobs. Is that on the application? Because we still don't know what Baca does but abuse people. Mm. Yeah, well, he got an album out. He got a song that Drake wrote for him. Who's that? That's Drake's producer, the woman beater, Octavian. Well, now he's changed his name to Old Little Angel. He ain't no old little angel. He's a woman beater. Everybody knew about his recorded abuse. Mm-hmm. If you look on that, he did this what Spider-Man, Superman song. He did No Face. He did another song. His voice is on there. The guy said his voice is on there. Then we saw the video, right? That was pure terror she was in. That was no acting. Then he goes out and
Every
try to
day not
save his
telling you lot
career.
the truth. Every day not showing you lot all the evidence I have is killing me. I can't sleep at night. It's killing me. This is the biggest defamation of character in history. Everyone's thinking that what she put up is proof. It's not. These videos are edited. They're put together very, very carefully to make me look a certain way. However, it's not the way it went down. We've been together for 3 years. She put 3 years into one slide and said that this is how I was the whole time. But there was witnesses there. There was people there. And I can't wait to show you all the evidence that I'm not who she says I am. I wish I could put her online, but I just don't even want to put her in jeopardy because she's got 80,000 followers that are going to hate her. I don't want that for her. I'm not her. I don't want that online abuse. But please stop messaging my... Yes, please stop messaging my sister. Please stop every day not to... Please stop messaging my family. Then that's not fair. And calling them monsters and disgusting for being my family. Please stop cussing my mum who died. Like, you lot don't understand what abuse can do to someone. Like, it didn't go well for everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? And I encourage everyone just to look back at the videos that she posted. And again, I encourage everyone to really read between the lines of what she's saying. Because she could have think again and think what actual evidence is there that I've been abusive for what she says is 3 years, that she's in Dubai for her safety. I was the one who sent her to Dubai. When I went to Ibiza and I posted pictures in Ibiza, she was in Dubai and I sent her there with her best friend. It's all a lie. It's just put together very well. And it's very easy to manipulate people in the public to think that they are, please stop messaging my, they are a certain way because I said, okay, I would beat you up if you don't leave my house. I didn't beat her up. I just said that. I said things when I'm angry, but I'm also saying, if you don't leave my house, because I really want to leave, just please look back at the evidence and read between the lines. Just give me time to go and do this properly, but don't judge me and stop messaging my family. Like, seriously, they are a certain way because I
So there he is. All the allegations been made online and by people I have separated myself from it in the past. If you are suffering real domestic abuse, you should go to the police. Do not plot for a year and try to ruin someone's life. This is real abuse and blackmail. I am not perfect, but no one is, especially someone who is willing to publicly ruin someone's life. God gave me this purpose for everyone who is going for real abuse to know the difference. Is that means that I get to lose everything in the process. I am willing. This is a beautiful story. So he's thinking his album is going to roll out. This is 24 hours before his album drops. She dropped all this information. His record label dropped him immediately. Immediately. So he puts that out to try to clean up the damage. So he wants to clean up his name and saying that it's all slander and stuff on his name.
I said, okay.
Everybody's out to get
Every
him.
day, they're not telling you like.
He's the victim.
This is the story of how a cancelled rapper from the UK named Octavian revived his career without anybody knowing. So if you remember back in the day from like 2018, 2019, 2020, Octavian was absolutely smashing the music game. This guy had the cosigns from Drake. He had songs with Gunna, St. John. He was brought out by Travis Scott. He was literally going to be the guy to bridge the gap between the UK and the US. Now, he had an album called Alpha coming out with the likes of 21 Savage and Heady One on the same track, bro. You can even go and listen to this track. It ended up leaking. But long story short, Octavian had a girlfriend and they were in a bit of a toxic relationship. Now, things weren't going too well in their relationship, and Octavian's girlfriend started an Instagram account on private where she would only allow women to follow it. And I was shown this Instagram account from another lady. And she showed me this Instagram account and there was alleged abuse from Octavian. And I thought, whoa, this is crazy. Nobody knows about this. Now, fast forward to when Octavian's album is about to drop. His girlfriend absolutely destroys his career by putting up a video of him allegedly beating her up. Now, in this video, you can hear her saying, Octavian, get off, get off. It doesn't sound good, but from my opinion, you can't see much. But long story short, Octavian was fully cancelled. BBC News, the guy's cancelled. He's labelled as an abuser, labelled as a woman beater. Everyone who hated him or was a bit jealous of him was coming out the woodworks chatting about, yeah, I knew he was a weirdo. Everyone was hating on him. It was a bandwagon to hate on the guy, and his record label dropped him 24 hours before his album was about to come out. And of course, the album didn't come out. So this guy was completely finished, right? And he tried to put music out again under the name Octavian a few years later. It was picking up a little something, but no way near what it was, right? And people just wanted to cancel this guy. Now, fast forward to 2025. Drake and Party Next Door have dropped their album, Some Sexy Songs for You. Now, what I wanted to do is look at the credits and see who produced some of these tracks. And I was looking, and I kept seeing the name, Oh Little Angel. And I thought every time the song's produced by this person called Oh Little Angel, sounds a bit like something Octavian would make. So I've done a bit more digging, done a bit more research, and long story short, Octavian has changed his name from Octavian, rebranded himself as Oh Little Angel, and is going as a producer. And not just a producer, because if you actually listen to some of the songs on Party Next Door and Drake's album, Octavian's on the ad-libs, bro. You can hear his voice in the background. It's absolutely crazy. Go back and listen to Spider-Man, Superman. He is literally in the ad-libs and he's talking at the start. You can literally tell it's this guy's voice. It's an absolutely crazy story, but it's a very smart move from a cancelled rapper. Clearly, people don't want to hear him rap no more. They're not checking for his music like that. But this little low-key move has maybe revived his career, and he's on one of the biggest albums of 2025. So you've got to completely respect it. But that is the story of how Octavian revived his career without anybody knowing. And it even gets deeper, bro. Pause. He even produced that song No Face for Drake when Drake was having all this beef with Kendrick and was dropping those little tracks on his little Finsta. No Face is also produced by Octavian, bro. It's an absolutely crazy story. But yeah, make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you follow me for more stories. And that's it, bro. We out.
Now, there it is again. He gave you the whole rundown. So as you can see, Drake knew all about it and didn't care. Dog, he knew all about it and didn't care. You see, that's how things circumvent back and forth. Yeah, I know. Until it's over with. You know what I'm saying? When it's over with, then people understand it more. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Exactly. So now, right. So now you get to see he knew about it and he tried to hide it. Like he tries to hide everything and talking about some, oh my angel. Oh my angel. Is that what we doing now? So when she got all these bruises on her, all these marks, busted lip, everything, her toes, everything, bruises on her back. You know, they can tell an abuse from a punch and all this stuff. They could tell. All these marks.
Record me and put me on the internet.
And beat
Because
the
that's
shit
what
out
kind
of
of
me.
good friend you are. That's what kind of
And
good
beat the
person
shit
you
out
are.
of me.
You feel me?
And beat the shit out of
Yeah,
me.
I'll beat the shit out of you because you're a fucking cunt. You won't get in my house. I'll beat the shit out of you. Because you were.
So he sits there and he admits it. Now, you heard his version. You seen her evidence. You heard the video. Knowing that. Some sexy songs for you isn't so sexy anymore. Now is it? Yeah, you got a team full of weirdos. Why are they around? But no, let this sink into these black women and all these other women that keep running to his goddamn concerts. And he's surrounding himself with people that beat on him. And he know about it. So that tells you about him. You think he ain't the same way? Mr. NDA? Sloppy takes me as a person who would definitely put his hands on a woman. He said he sounds crazy or she's crazy because these details are crazy. Well, it's about who do you believe? How long ago when he was dropped for the label? The dude just told you how long ago when he was dropped from the label. It don't mean I don't care if it was in 1969 he got dropped for the label. This dude is still producing songs on the White Man album that's coming up. And he did No Face and everything. And it ain't like Sloppy knew of him when he was Octavian and was about to come out with 21 Savage and everything. He did the Chicago freestyle. Sloppy is in the photo with him. We just showed you. Y'all, I know y'all ain't trying to. You cannot tell me you trying to defend that behavior, bro. I know y'all trying to find a way to defend Champagne Sloppy, and you can't. He knew all about it. The name was changed because he wants to hide the fact. He don't want nobody to see it was Octavian that was there because they're going to say, how are you working with a woman beater? He tried to fool and deceive people like he always does because he's Champagne Sloppy. That's what he does. And now he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar because somebody from the UK recognized who that was. He was canceled in the UK. He kept trying to come back. They dropped his album. He tried to do that whole little lie saying that, oh, no, y'all threatening my family and all that. She edited that. I didn't do all that to her. She got all the evidence of your abuse. How did she get all that stuff on? The record company ain't going to make a decision to drop you the day before your album drops. 24 hours before his album drops, the record label drops him from his contract. So believe me, they seen all the evidence. Then it is more than enough for them to get rid of you. Drake knew all of it and still wanted to just take his music. So sloppy. Tell me, is that what you did? You took his music sloppy?
What are you doing here?
Even with the evidence, they will still try to disprove it and spend volumes of their character. When they do that for more than trying to defend the culprits, I know, it's sad. People are blinded by celebrity. When you really should be asking Drake, why are you working with a guy that's abusing women? Why do you got Bach over there when he was charged with abusing women and trying to force them into prostitution? Why aren't these things being confronted or brought to the forefront when it comes to sloppy? Yep, the white Canadian rapper, man. That's what he does. Oh, that's next door. Yeah, the white Canadian rapper, R.B. Graham. He knew all about it. He said, I was just coming in. Yeah, Drake, the one brought up the domestic situation first. And that's like, now you done played yourself. You put yourself in this hole you can't get out of. This is all on you now. Absolutely. Now, I thank you guys for the live stream. It's been a live one, but I gotta go because I got football tomorrow, my fantasy football league, everything. I gotta run it, so I gotta try to get some sleep, and I don't want to fall asleep on this couch and have y'all hear me snoring again. All right. He says that the same dude that said it was empty for all the dogs, huh? Yep. So anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Appreciate all y'all stomping through. Go to the Patreon if y'all want to see some more material. I'm out.